In 1970, a man was arrested and charged with a brutal murder involving a mother and her children. But something happened to Dennis Baker as he was about to go to trial.
Yeah, as a result, the case remains unsolved even after 5 decades. For every crime, there's a story and the truth matters. Here's ABC4 senior crime and punishment correspondent Marcos Ortiz with tonight's Justice Files.
Dennis Baker was a family friend. He was often at the home of the Langstons in Layton. But back then, prosecutors alleged he was also the man who went on a rampage and killed Dale Jean Langston and her 2 children.
There was a confrontation throughout the house that Dale Jean herself had fought. There were things that were askew in her bedroom. They were messed up. Drawers were open. Things were on the floor. Troy was found between the bedrooms and the living room in the hallway. Christine was on her bed, or on a bed. Dale Jean was on one and she was on the other.
And police find their 24-year-old mother, Dale Jean Langston, lying in a pool of blood. She's stabbed 33 times. Shirlene Renshaw is Langston's younger sister.
There wasn't any reason that someone should mutilate her or her 2 children. She just didn't deserve this. There just wasn't any reason for her to have been murdered.
The Layton police chief tells reporters that the murders are possibly an act of revenge. A week later, police arrest Dennis Baker. He's charged with a triple murder on Marilyn Drive.
The suspect was Dennis Baker, who was a friend of her husband, Don. He'd been in her home many times. I'd seen him there. The kids knew him.
But there's problems with the case. Charges are dropped, then filed again in 1973. A year later, while waiting for his trial, Baker commits suicide in prison. As a result, the case of the Marilyn Drive murders is never proven in court. At the turn of the century, Layton police reopened the case in search of the truth. A year later, it's closed again. There's no clear answer.
Inside that storage unit was a note about these murders.
Since the discovery of the note, the Utah Cold Case Coalition begins investigating the murders.
As we looked into this case, we started developing a lot of questions. Why did the police close this case years ago? What I had found in the storage unit didn't match what we were reading about the case. We started to form serious doubts as to whether Dennis Baker had done it. The note that I found in the storage unit referred to a different potential suspect.
The coalition's investigation gets the attention of Layton police. Tomorrow, in our final segment of the murders on Marilyn Drive, DNA comes into play. For the Justice Files, Marcos Ortiz, ABC4 News.